Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, me. It's been a hot minute. We all know I'm not gonna do the whole spiel. I'm trash at uploading. Today I have a pretty fun video to film and I'm actually super excited about it. I see all of these videos on TikTok and YouTube about X chooses my makeup. It's a challenge, it's fun, I figured, well, maybe I can finally do something to spice up my life a little bit because it's boring. And with quarantine and everything going on, I figured maybe I can just do something very different, but combines my two loves of video games and makeup. So today I'm going to be doing, as you can see by the title, COD picks my makeup. So I have a PS4, I love my PlayStation, and I love Call of Duty. So today I'm going to be doing COD picks my makeup. I don't know, I haven't seen anyone do this before. I haven't seen this. Correct me if I'm wrong. If someone else did this, please comment below, let me know. I thought of this as I was falling asleep last night and I wanted to try it. So here we are. So basically what I'm going to be doing is playing COD, Call of Duty with a bunch of my friends. I typically only play Search and Destroy, but what I'm going to be doing is playing Hardcore Search and Destroy. This game mode's a little harder. So basically what I did was I picked a bunch of makeup products that I have. I picked ones that are my favorites and then also some of my least favorite ones. And I wrote them all down and I wrote them in the order of my steps. So I have, how many steps do I have written down? 19 steps. Each game of Search and Destroy can really go from, like, if you get 6 and 0, it's only 6 rounds, or it can be 11 rounds if you go neck and neck the entire time. Typically you have 6 players on a team, so I've done 6 makeup products. And according to in which order I die in, so if I die first, I have to use the first primer. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. Pretty excited. I wrote down products I love and products I sometimes not crazy about, but I figured this would be kind of a fun challenge to switch things up, and I'm super excited. Like I said, I don't know if anyone's done this before, so if someone has, please correct me if I'm wrong. But yes, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm playing with my really good friend Drew right now, and we're gonna have some fun. So this is gonna be definitely more motive to try a little harder in the game and see how that works out. So yes, I'm gonna grab a pen and I'm gonna write things down. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I have an orange pen. So I know, and according to which way I die, I'm gonna write down. And if I'm not sure, then I'm gonna give it a bit, or I'm gonna wait till the next round and try again, because I want to be as accurate as I possibly can doing this. So I figured I'd rather be accurate than inaccurate. So, yes. Okay, so round 1, didn't die, got a kill. So primer, still we don't have an answer for. Oh. Okay, that was the third, so I was the third person to die. So I have my first product. Oh. Alright, so I was the first to die. So something else I did when I wrote this all out is I didn't take into consideration, like, wow, I typically last like 3 times, like at least the third person to die. Because I literally, this game, I don't have a set, okay, I last X amount, like amount of time, wow. So I really wrote these all randomly, didn't write them in any specific order. So really I don't know how this is gonna go, if it's gonna go well or not. So I guess we'll find out. Oh, cool. So that was the second one to die there. Ooh, there's one on B, there's one on top of B. Damn, I was the first to die again. Overall, I did pretty good on how I wrote these all around. However, for bronzer, I don't have a lot of bronzers, so I only wrote my top 4. So potentially, I don't want to admit it, but hopefully I'll just die in the first 4 people, and call it a day. For a few of them, like, for eyeshadow, this step, I have eyeshadow palettes and I have eyeshadow, so I have, if I'm 1 or 2 to die, I have to do a half cut crease, 3 or 4 to die, I have to do a cut crease, and then a 5 or 6, I have to do a halo eye. Same with like glitter and eyeliner. If I'm between 1 and 3 to die, I have to do glitter. If I'm between 4 and 6 to die, I don't have to do glitter. Same with eyeliner, same concept. And I did lashes with that as well. And then I also did gloss. So I guess we'll just see how that all turns out. So right now I have been either the first or second to die. It's not working out in my favor, but I guess we'll see. This is my first game, so I probably shouldn't have done this my first game, but oh well. There's someone on top of B. He's gone on top of B every single time. If I get blown up, I'm gonna be pissed. I killed someone with their own. I literally just killed someone with their own bouncing Betty. Bingo. I can't believe I killed someone with their own bouncing Betty. I'm dead. Just mad that they got their cheeks clapped by a woman. So I went 5 and 4. I went 5 and 4. So I got the first 4 products down. So yeah. Okay. So if you're wondering what guns I use, I typically have a custom loadout that is my go-to custom loadout. I typically will change my secondaries. Since I have the overkill perk on, I have 2 primaries. My first primary will always be my AX50. What I have on my AX50 though is I have the 32 factory. For the barrel, I only have the 32 factory barrel. And then I have the tack laser. For stock, I have the Singard Arms Assassin. Perk, I have Focus. And then I have the rear grip stippled grip tape. It's my favorite. As my secondary right now, I'm using my Scar. I have my compensator muzzle on. I have a laser on there for hip firing because I'm garbage at hip firing. I have the GI Mini Optic Reflex. And then I have the Commando foregrip under barrel. And then the rear grip, I have the granulated grip tape. For this one, I'm still trying to figure out what works best with this gun. I mean, I'm just trying to level up all of my guns, get max level, get gold on all of them. It's taking me 5 years. But I'm really focused on sniping and improving my sniping ability for the time being. However, while also trying to level up my ARs. It's definitely difficult to do, but we can get there. We can get there. That is what I use. When it comes to perk, I use Cold-Blooded, Overkill, and Shrapnel. They're awesome. C4 as one of my lethals, and then my tactical, I have a Stim. And that's my class. That's literally my holy grail class. However, right now, my favorite gun that I use all the time, but I stopped using so I love my other ones, is my M4A1. And that is my baby, my only gold gun, because I literally only played with that before I realized I should maybe start trying to level up my other ones. But my M4A1 golden. The Ronetti is the new secondary that they brought out. I used it in a private match against my friend Drew. I love it, especially with the burst. It's amazing. So I just haven't leveled it up in public matches yet, so can't use it the way I want to, but it is what it is. Oh, don't be mad because I'm better, alright? Don't hate the player, hate the game. Oh, wow. So I was the 5th one to die there. It's great. It's okay. I'm not gonna cry over it. Watch that window. Window. Stairs. Watch the stairs. Stairs, stairs, stairs. Yeah. I got one. Oh, no, no. He's right underneath you, Drew. Drew, he's in that door. Yeah, right in there. There you go. Let's go 4th to die. So last round I was 5th to die, and because I was 5th to die and we're on bronzers, I only have the 4 options. So I went ahead and just waited for the next round. When I died again, I did the 4th one, so. Oh, all right, got one. He called me out. He called me out. Oh, he got me. He got me. He's coming from B. He's going to B. He's like right outside of B. There's only one left though. He's like, y'all are kind of trash. And I was like, you're 1 in 3. Oh, he was right in front of me. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm getting shot at from over top of B. Oh, he's hiding. He's head glitching on B, or like right above in that broken building. Also, so all we have left to figure out is blush, highlighter, lips, and then gloss is a potential. So for sure 3 more steps, and then after that, we have this all done. Oh, someone got me at B. Oh my god, I'm lagging so badly. Did anyone else see that? Yo, there's no way. There's no way. I had my directly on him and he didn't die. There's no way. I'm lagging so bad. I might have to restart my PlayStation. I was 3rd to die. Okay, so we have everything figured out. So tomorrow I will go ahead and record using only these products and we'll see what I come up with. But for now, I'm just gonna keep playing and have some fun, and I'll see you all in the morning. Hello you guys, welcome to part 2 or day 2 of this video. We're here, we made it. So as you guys saw in the first half, I literally just played COD and let COD pick my makeup. I have all my products chosen here and I picked them all out and grabbed them all out so they're all out in front of me. So I'm really excited to see how this goes. This is really forcing me to play with some makeup that I don't use a lot and some makeup that I do use a lot. But there are a few things that I'm completely trying for like the first time here, and there's a few products where I'm not crazy about them. So I think it's definitely gonna be fun to try and test things out and see where things go. But that being said, let's go ahead and just get started. I'm gonna go ahead and put my headband on because my hair is getting pretty long to the point of where it doesn't really stay. I also just put some dry shampoo in it, so it's a little fluffy and just doing its own thing. So the first product I ended up choosing, or COD ended up choosing for me, was my primer. The first product I ended up picking was the YSL Top Secrets Mattifying Primer. I have used this a few times and I do like it. It does mattify, but I have been trying new things with my skin to the point of where I have been trying to experiment more with not putting as much like mattifying stuff on my face. I only put the mattifying stuff right in my T-zone because that is really primarily where I get oily, and that's about it. I do really like this primer. I find that it is indeed mattifying. It is scented, so if you're sensitive to scents, I'd probably say steer clear of this one. But I'm really just going to work in my T-zone and then slowly kind of just blend it out and onto the rest of my face. And whatever's left, just kind of rub it around just because I want to make sure everything's primed. I already did my skincare routine. I was not going to let COD choose that because that's just like too risky. Okay, primer is done. I'm going to go ahead and go in with the ColourPop No Filter Foundation. This is in the shade Light 65. Wow, I'm blind. This was the second product that COD chose, obviously. So this is exactly what my list looked like. This is, you know, my god-awful handwriting. So this is the first product because I was first to die in that round. I'm going to use my little tray and just put some on there. I have used this foundation in the past, and I did really like it. I think I just stopped using it to experiment with new things. So all I'm doing is I just put it on the tray, and I'm just bouncing it all over my skin. This match, I think, was my summer match, or was never really a true match at all. It's so hard picking colors off of websites because, you know, you think it's right, but you put it on, and then you're like, oh, it's a little too yellow. But I feel like even if a product is a little too yellow or like a little too light or a little darkness, you can't really, I mean, you can finesse dark. I feel like you can still make it work if you have the right products, you know? Like if you have a good concealer or something like that, you definitely can like finesse it and make it look like it's the right color. I think for this foundation is just too yellow for me. But anytime I have worn it in the past, I have been able to like fix it to the point where it looks like decent. And then with just whatever product is left, I'll put on my nose just because I know my nose is always the first thing to break out when it comes to like oil and everything. So okay, so I would say foundation looks pretty solid. Shade is debatably not a good shade. Probably not a good shade. Oh my god, on camera it looks so yellow. It doesn't look like that yellow in real life, but apparently it is on camera. So for concealer, I'm going to be using the Sephora Bright Future Gel Serum Concealer. I do really like this concealer. Coverage is okay. I don't think it's insane, but what I'm going to do is put this primarily under my eyes, but then put a few dots all over my face to try and balance this out. Because this is just... So actually what I'm going to do is just go ahead and put it everywhere first. And then I'll go back and do my under eyes. Yeah, I remember I wore this like all the time right after summer or during summer last year. So I literally haven't worn it since then, and clearly now I know why. Okay, I think it looks a little better. It's just so yellow. I think I'll need to go a lot more neutral. Because that's the thing, some like warm tones can look like not warm at all on me and not yellow, and they've matched me perfectly, but other times they look like this, and this is not a look, but it's okay, you know. We live and we learn. Okay, so I added some more concealer to kind of just brighten everything up a little bit. I would say it's okay. It's not great. It's really not great. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and go in. The bronzer it picked was actually the Tarte Pro Glow, and there's actually cream contour in here. It's a little dark, but we're gonna try. But there is the Sculpt one. My concern is the Sculpt might be too cool tone on me. That's why I'm gonna use the cream one too. Obviously, I know this is for contouring, but I don't really contour. I prefer to bronze over contour. But I guess we'll see how this goes. I think what I'm gonna do is take a little bit of this. This is a Morphe M428. It's just a tiny stippled brush, and I'm just gonna use this to put the contour on. Because it just looks a little dark, and I don't want to go too heavy-handed. Yeah, I can just tell right now. It's gonna be too cool tone on me. It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna make it work. We'll make it work. I'm not going to stress because I feel like my face could probably use a little bit of cool tones right now based off of this. I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and blend this all in. Oh, I'm actually not mad at that. Definitely is cool tone, but it's not like horrible, you know? Okay, cool. I can definitely vibe with this. So I'm gonna go back on with the concealer and just add a little more under my eyes just to kind of highlight just a little more, nothing crazy. And I'm actually not gonna blend it in yet. I'm gonna give it a second just to kind of set. I'm gonna get my powder ready. So the powder I chose, or like that I didn't choose, COD chose, was the Maybelline Fit Me powder. I honestly forgot I had this powder, if I'm being completely honest. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just like I got so wrapped up in other powders, like my Laura Mercier's, my Holy Grail powder. I forgot this existed. So I'm gonna start blending that in and then immediately set it so it just kind of sets in place and doesn't crease. I do take a pretty, I've been trying lately not to use a lot of powder on my face. And I only use a hefty amount in my T-zone because that, like I said multiple times, is where I get oily so quickly. So this is just the Morphe E48, pretty popular amongst makeup people. It's really good for pressing the powder in like right under your eyes and just pressing it into like the crevices like I do on my nose a lot. Looking at the base right off the bat, actually kind of impressed with how it looks because it looks pretty decent. This is fun because it forces you to try a lot of products that like you wouldn't maybe try together and see how they look. And like I'm not mad in the slightest right now. Okay, so now that I have like the T-zone set, I'm gonna take a fluffier brush. This is a Sigma brush. Oh my god, it's so old. It's a Sigma large powder F30. Like you can just see, so like you can just see how old this brush is. I have probably had it since like 7th or 8th grade maybe. Hello, focus on me, please. So I just take a really large fluffy powder brush. Really any brush will do. I have a million of these. And I start pressing powder all over my face. I'm just kind of sweeping it around. This is what I've been doing instead of, I used to take like my Laura Mercier powder puff this, and press it like all over my face. So my face would be so set with powder. But I don't do that anymore because I've been trying to stop doing that. So now going in with my Tarte Pro Glow, there is like this little sculpting color right here. I don't know how this color is going to work for me, to be completely honest, but we're going to find out. So I'm just going to take my good old Morphe R14 brush. I use this all the time with my bronzers. Take a little bit of that sculpting color and just kind of try to use it as a bronzer. Just really light-handed just because I don't want to go too crazy with this. So something that I do when I'll start bronzing my forehead is I'll put the product down and I'll go back in with my translucent powder and take that and just blend everything together. I find that it makes a difference. So I think when it comes to bronzer, that may be as good as it gets. Because I don't want to put too much on because I don't know how it's going to look. So I'm going to call it a day with that. If I need more, I will add more. But I'm not going to push it right now. Like, the match doesn't look that bad in person, but on camera, it just looks atrocious. Life is doing me a little dirty right now. Life is doing me a little dirty, but it's okay. We're gonna move on, and we're gonna do something new. So for brows, we're gonna be doing brows now, and it chose the Essence Eyebrow Designer. So I had these. I bought a bunch of these when I got diagnosed because I wanted to have a bunch of different eyebrow pencils depending on my wig color. So I bought a blonde one and a dark brown one, and then I bought like a strawberry blonde one because I have a redhead wig and I thought that would look good. But I literally never use these. So we're gonna give it a go, see how they work, and hope for the best because that's all I can do. I'm gonna zoom y'all in just a little bit. Hello. So I did just go ahead and grab my brow wiz just to use the spoolie because the spoolie is like the best part. And this is the spoolie on this, and this just has like this little brush, so it's a little trickier. Okay, so like I said, I have two colors. I have blonde and then I have brown. So I'm gonna use blonde in the front half and brown in the outer half just so I can kind of have that ombre effect that I would use with anything else. I think like I like these pencils, like there's definitely pigment to them. They're just they're just a little hard to use, and like you have to press relatively hard to get something, you know what I mean? And not about that. Lately I have liked more of just like a natural brow, like nothing too crazy. So I'm just gonna really try and follow my natural shape. I don't know what that is. It's not my natural shape. I feel like quarantine is just really doing us all dirty when it comes to brows and if you have eyelash extensions and nails. I had to take all of mine off with acetone, and that was not a fun experience. I've done it before and I hated doing it, but I hated it now too. So I think all in all it took me about 3 hours to do my nails, but I also only had like a set of 5 of those little clip things, so I'm sure if I had a set of 10 it'd be way faster. Because I only had a set of 5, I can only do like one hand at a time. And like I would love to be able to wax my own brows and do my own brows at home, but I know I would never do it like properly. I would just mess them up, and then, I mean, we are in quarantine, so if I mess them up, it's not like anyone's gonna see them. And I do have makeup, so it's not like anyone's gonna see it either. However, still just not willing to risk it. Once you get these going, they're actually pretty decent. I mean, they're definitely hard to like get good control of. For me, this is why I like the brow wiz, because it's tiny and I can get good precision, like little lines and everything, and I can put the pencil where I want it. With this one, because it is obviously a pencil, it's just a little trickier, I find. And I just need to work a little harder for it, but I mean, it's definitely doable. It's just gotta put in a little extra work. Okay, so I'm gonna go in really lightly with the blonde. I don't want to take a lot. I'm just gonna really use it to kind of blend the two. And then what I'm gonna do is take my Squealy from my Anastasia and just blend it even more. I don't know what's going on with this brow. This is what I mean, like this little like chunk right here, I don't know what to do with it. Now it's time to kind of clean up the brow a little bit. I'm gonna try using a little bit of concealer to clean it up, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use my eye primer all over the eye. I say try because I don't, like I said, this concealer isn't meant to be like full coverage. But as a full coverage girl, like that's what I want. So I guess we'll see how this works out. I'm just putting a little on my palette, and this is an Anastasia 1/8 brush. This is my favorite brush for like cut creases and like literally anything you need precision with when it comes to like a dome, like a more like rounded, amazing. I will admit this concealer is really awesome for like those like really light makeup, no makeup days, or if you want just a light concealer that gives you some sort of coverage. Highly recommend this one. It's one of my favorite ones to wear on the days where I just don't want anything on, or if I want a little bit extra coverage on my under eyes and then I put a powder foundation on top, or even using like a tinted moisturizer and then putting that on top. If you're wondering what color I use the color Palmier. Okay, cool. Yeah, that actually did a pretty good job. Like I said, I've been trying to do my brows a little more like, I want to say natural, but not as like Instagram-y brow that I used to do. Which is obviously very different for me. So this is kind of, you know, I like the sloppier brow. Not sloppier, but like, you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I think you know what I mean. I don't know if I would actually still reach for this, like the brow product per se. But it is not bad by any means. I feel like for the price you're paying, it's a pretty good product. Let's go ahead and move on. So the eye primer it picked for me was the P. Louise base. I just moved my camera down a little bit so it wasn't as high up. So I picked the P. Louise base. I mean, I used to use this primer every single day, but then I started using something else, so it's not like I don't like it or anything. I just kind of switch into new products. Like the Anastasia primer is one of my favorite primers. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this and just put it all over my eye. It's just, I used to use a brush, but I find just putting it with a finger works way better. Eye primer is always so tricky when I put it on my pan because sometimes I put way too much and sometimes I put way too little, but typically I put way too much and then I'm stuck with so much left on like my canvas, and then I'm just like, well, here we are. However, I'm gonna go back with my Maybelline Fit Me powder and just put some in my T-zone just to kind of bake this area. And I'm also gonna bake my smile lines. Like I said, primarily focus it on my nose because I get so oily on my nose. However, I am gonna just place it on my upper lip and smile lines because those tend to go really fast too. So for eyeshadow, okay, so as I mentioned in the first part, I did like the eyeshadow type, so we're gonna be doing a cut crease today. And then the palette I choose is one I don't think I've ever used, and I bought it because I was so excited about it. but I've never sat down and actually had the chance to play with it. So this is the Storybook Cosmetics Wizardry and Witchcraft palette. So it looks like this. I bought it because obviously, like, you can't really see my wall, but I love Harry Potter. I have a Deathly Hallows tattoo on my ankle. Love Harry Potter. And so I saw this and I was like, oh, like, this is awesome. I mean, I love this entire brand because the entire, like, kind of storyline they have is amazing. So I saw this and I was like, wow, I need this. This is what's tricky for me is the palette itself, I don't think has a lot of mattes. It has some like satin colors, which is kind of tricky for me because I only really like mattes in my crease. And I think the really two big mattes here are these two. But I think a satin in the crease won't be horrible. I guess we're just gonna have to play around and see. I think probably putting like a gray in my crease and then using some of these like little other colors here, like the red, blue, and the green would be kind of fun. This is what I mean by it's kind of forcing me to get outside my comfort zone. Because the first color, Broomstick, is a matte. Broomstick and Cloak are definitely mattes. And so is Charms. But I think other than that, there's not a lot of mattes. I think what I'm going to do is just use these satins in the crease. I'm kind of hope for the best in that situation. So I'm going to go ahead and take, to begin, this is just a little like dense packing brush. This is a Wet n Wild brush. I'm going to take Sorcerer, which is just this red color. I'm going to start pressing it into the crease. So I'm going to bring that all the way in. The same thing on this eye. I'm going to go ahead and take Merlin, which is, oh, I love that, on the same brush, and I'm just gonna pick it up and press it right in the middle. I do really like this like shadow premise and like this actual like story that they're like trying to tell with the palette. I don't know, some of the colors in here, looking at it now as someone who has a bunch of eyeshadows, and don't worry, I'm gonna go back and blend this out. I know, as someone who has a bunch of shadows and, you know, I kind of know what I look for in a palette. I feel like this is kind of like the color story, not the actual shadows themselves, because obviously like the shadows are really good themselves, but I feel like the actual shadow color story is just a little tricky because I feel like there could have been a lot more mattes in here. But at the same time, that's just a personal thing. I like having a pretty equal balance of both. So some people could say the same thing as I, or some people could think the complete different. It just kind of depends on what you look for in a palette. Okay, so then on that same brush, I'm gonna go in with Potions. And Potions is, ooh. Okay, well, let's just, wow, yeah, that's what I like to call pigment. So I'm just kind of patting it on and I'm trying to bring it up just a little bit so I can have that cut, crease, and line kind of set up. So this is going to be the fun part. I'm going to go in with a Morphe M506, the super tiny brush. I'm going to use that to blend. So I'm going to take my time with each one. So I'm going to go back in with Potions and just kind of slowly start to blend that out. If you like that kind of not blended look, by all means, float whatever floats your boat. But I like to blend. So I'm gonna take a little bit of the white in here too. The white is called Prophecy, and I'm gonna use that to kind of blend the edges as well. But the shadows blend like a dream. And I mean, like I said, I typically only like putting mattes in my crease. However, I will admit it's kind of fun putting like the ones that are a little more satiny in your crease because they do give a little bit of a nice shine. And I guess like when you're doing like a cut crease, that's okay. But I like my mattes, you know? I'm a matte girl living in a satin world. But like you can just see how beautifully those are blending. So absolutely like 100% recommend the shadows and the formula. It's just like I said, the color story, I don't know if it's for me, but of course, because I'm like a diehard Harry Potter fan, I love everything witchcraft and wizardry, and like that's like sort of story time era. That didn't make sense. And that sort of like story time thing, I don't know how to explain it. Of course, I'm gonna buy this. So I'm going with Merlin, same concept, same brush, just gonna use that and just start blending. I feel like adding the white on top to help it blend just kind of helps add that like really seamless blend. And I do this a lot with a lot of makeup looks I do, just because I like having that way more seamless blended look. And I feel like it just makes the world of a difference. Because it definitely will lighten that outer edge a little bit, therefore making things look like a ton more blended, you know? Going in with Sorcerer, just very, very light hand. Use that and I'm gonna blend it. So, okay. I think I'm happy with that. I don't want to mess with it too much. I'm gonna take the green and kind of flick it out a little more. And there's like nothing on this brush. I'm just using the brush itself to kind of blend it out. Like you can just see how easily it blends because like I'm just barely dragging and it's like already blended out that corner. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the crease now. I'm gonna use my Peely Waste Base to cut my crease. So all I'm gonna do is take a little bit and put it right here and then look up. If y'all remember, I actually said that I hated doing that, but then I did it and I realized, oh, hello. I realized it makes the world of a difference and my cut creases looked so much better. I typically do the stamping motion when it comes to cutting my crease because I just find that can put the product down a little more, but I will drag occasionally. My eye shape is also pretty uneven actually. So it kind of makes cutting my crease a little hard. Because I want it to obviously look even, but like when your eye shape is uneven to begin with. Have y'all seen Frozen 2 yet? Because I have Into the Unknown stuck in my head right now. And it's a bop. If you have not seen it, 10 out of 10 recommended. Like I said, this brush is amazing when it comes to cut creases. Now I need to figure out what lid color I want to put on. For lid color, I kind of like the white, but I kind of like this gold color as well. But I also really like Jinx. I think I'm gonna do Jinx. I'm gonna do Jinx. And in honor of doing, like, using this palette, I'm actually gonna use their brush set too. This is the Wizard one from Cerebral Cosmetics. It has like the little wand. This is just the flat one. I don't think there's a number on it. So I'm gonna pick Jinx up and just put that all on the lid. Oh, wow. Well, you can't really see it, but wow, I like it. So don't get me wrong, I do like, oh, these brushes are awesome. I do really like them. I just find for me, it's tricky to work with them because this is so heavy. This is so heavy. It just makes a little trickiness. Nothing like impossible though, you know? These shadows have so much pigment to them. Like that color payoff is crazy. And like this is not like, I haven't dampened it or anything. Granted, it is going like on a wet base, but even when I swatched it on the back of my hand, it was like insane. So I know they have a ton of other palettes. This is the only one I have though. Then I put yes for glitter, or I got yes for glitter, but no for eyeliner, thank God. For glitter, I'm gonna use the glitter liner. This is the Heavy Metal glitter liner in Daydream, Disco Daydream. And I'm obviously, you know, want to put it right across the little cut crease line. That's pretty. And what's awesome about these is you can really just build them up. I like it because it's the silver, but it also has like the like colorful flecks in there. Holographic, that's the word I'm looking for. I like it a lot. So now, time for mascara. So the mascara I chose was the Too Faced Damn Girl mascara. I have never used this. I have a mini and this in my collection, and I have literally never used this. I've heard some like awesome reviews about it, but at the same time I've also heard some like not so awesome reviews about it. So I guess we're gonna find out. Hope for the best. I'm just gonna give my lashes a good old curl. And I did end up getting lashes, thank God, because I feel like this would look so weird without lashes. But I'm still gonna put a pretty decent amount on of this. Oh my God, it's just like the Better Than Sex wand. Wow, it's crazy. I mean, it's not bad. I'm just too scared to put a lot on right now because I don't want to mess up my makeup. So like, I'm trying really hard to like put enough on, but not like too much on. I do like that it doesn't clump and it kind of does separate them, like in a way. Does that make sense? My lashes do look a little wispier. Like, the base looks thicker, but the ends look very wispy, and I kind of do like that. Not bad. I'm not mad at it. I'm gonna zoom you out. I'm gonna wipe this off. There's not a ton left, so complexion wise, the skin actually looks pretty good. It's just that foundation match, ain't it? I'm gonna go ahead and try and do my lower lashes. Kind of want to just take gray and put that on the lower lashes just to like add a little bit of smokiness to it. I don't want to go through the hassle of trying to blend these all together again. 'Tis lash time. So these are the Visa free lashes that I ended up picking, or COD I'm picking. They're super long, so I'm hoping the look like doesn't get lost in them. I don't think it will because I've worn these lashes a lot and I really like them. And plus these are so disgusting. I need to buy a new pair, but because I lost my job, I don't have money right now. So just gonna put a little bit of glue on and then put a little in my inner corner, because for some reason my lashes don't like to stick on like that one little corner, so I always almost have to do that. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of eyeliner just to, when I have both lashes on, to try to connect that inner corner so it doesn't look as like spacey, I guess. Okay, so the lashes are on. I'm gonna give them a second to dry. While they're drying, I'm gonna put on mascara on my lower lashes. I hate using a wand this big for like lower lash mascara, but like I don't make the rules. I just follow them. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna start drying the inner corner on this one a little bit. Yeah, that makes like the world of a difference. If you've never done that, do it. Time to move on to the rest of the face. So for blush, it picked the Hate Jealousy blush from Sephora. I will admit this is one of my favorite blushes to use. So I'm just putting a little light amount on. Like I said, not going too crazy, just a little bit. For highlighter, it actually ended up picking the ABH Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit, and I was so excited about this because this is one of my favorite glow kits. It's so amazing, and like the pigmentation is insane. I 10 out of 10 recommend this thing. Like if you can get your hands on it, do it before it's gone because it's awesome. I'm gonna take Forever Lit and use this to highlight my inner corner. And then for lips. So for lips, it picked a lipstick and then also a lip gloss. Lip gloss it picked I'm not crazy about, but you know, like I said, I don't make the rules, I just follow them. The lipstick I picked, however, I actually really like. So this is from the ColourPop Frozen collection, Frozen 2 collection. It's Little Snow, it's Elsa's lipstick. I wore this once and I loved it. My lips are so chapped right now, like it won't even won't stay on that little patch right there. Okay. And then for the gloss, like I said, I picked products that I loved and the products I was like, nah. This is one of the products where I'm like, nah, about, because it is the Victoria's Secret Satin Gloss flavored lip gloss. This is in the color Mocktail Hour, and like this color itself, I'm like I love it, but like I don't know, they're very sticky. So what I'm gonna do is take a little bit on my finger so I don't stain this, and then put that on. This one's actually not bad. I'm pleasantly surprised right now. This is the final look, guys. So I'm pleasantly surprised with everything. I didn't think I would really, I'm able to make a lot work. So the only thing I really can't make work is this foundation match and look any better, unfortunately. But I'm not going out because quarantine. Someone's mowing their lawn right now. So if you can hear that, I'm so sorry. So this is the final look. Not mad in the slightest. I actually really like it. I do have a TikTok, if you're wondering, but I do have a TikTok and I do upload makeup related videos, and while I was filming this I am making a TikTok, so if you want to go see that, I definitely will put my TikTok username somewhere over here. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I had so much fun filming this. I really want to do more challenges, and because it's quarantine I have a lot of time to do this sort of stuff. So I think I'm gonna start doing some fun stuff like this because I kind of had fun. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry for not being, what's the word I'm looking for? Consistent with my upload schedule. I guess between school and work, it just got really crazy. But now that school is online and I'm unemployed for the time being, I think I have a lot more time to do stuff like this. So yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button and hit the little bell too so you get notified when I do upload, because not that it's often or anything, but it's exciting when I do. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.